Hi everyone, I'm sure that you remember all the papers in the last video that I had shared with you, and in that pile I found some writing prompts that we wrote about, and I just thought that maybe I could share them with you all so you had an idea of kind of different stuff that we had to write about. So the first one is from March 17th, and it says, "A feeling that has come up a lot this week is frustration. It felt like a very heavy, intense feeling in my throat and chest, and in my mind it felt like a bunch of discombobulated thoughts zooming around. I managed it by trying to just clear my head and think about the positives and tell myself that it was okay. I might try to manage it differently in the future." So in this part, we were, I think, told to write about a different emotion that we had over the week and how we dealt with that and how we might deal with it differently in the future. So this next part, we write about a success that we had. And I wrote, "Some successes I have had are eating foods that I would otherwise have not eaten at all. Some goals for next week are to make sure that I trust my parents fully and to make sure I get what my body needs." So something that I had a really big issue with was trusting my parents, and that's kind of what made this whole process super hard, is because I did not trust them at all. I didn't trust them the slightest bit. And that was the eating disorder. Who didn't trust my parents? Not me. Because if you ask me now, I trust my parents with all my heart. I trust them with everything I have. So that's something that made the recovery process really hard, was I didn't trust them. Because, I always thought, "You're making me eat this. I'm gonna get fat. I can't eat this. What are you doing?" So it was just constant bickering and arguing and back and forth and constantly questioning. If they would put something in front of me, it would be like, "Do I have to eat this?" Even though I knew the answer, I would still always ask that because I was like, "Oh, maybe if I ask this time, they won't make me eat it." But there was never a time when they didn't make me eat something. So that's kind of how the trust really impacted recovery. Okay. Some weekend worries is that I might be staying at a friend's house, and I'm scared about the eating situation, and that makes me really nervous. My relationship with my parents is improving, and they have been supporting me very well. My friends have also been very supportive of me and very kind. My transition here has been kind of tough, but I am getting used to it. Okay, so this next one is from March 20th, and it says, "Saturday was good. I went to see my friends play, and it was really good. I did not stay the night, and I'm kind of relieved because deep down I don't really think I'm ready. Also, to not have my parents around to do my meals and know that they are in control. But I still went to the play and had a very good time. But Saturday in the morning we had a craft show, and one of my mom's crafter friends came around to say hi, and she looked at me from head to toe and said, 'Wow, you're looking really skinny.' But she said it in a positive way, and that made me feel very sad and unhappy. The craft show went very well, and we sold lots of stuff. On Sunday, my mom told me that I could get new baby chicks. I think she might have thought I was feeling sad and down. So I got 6 new babies. I think having new babies around is a very good distraction for me from the eating thing. Other than that, everything else over the weekend went very well. The animals are a very good distraction for me to have because I really enjoy them and love having them around." So I'm going to talk about what it was like having animals during recovery in a different video, but before I move on to the next writing prompt, I'm just going to talk about my mom's crafter friend talking about, or making the comment on how I looked when she said, "Wow, you're looking really skinny." Hearing that was really hard because I didn't want to gain weight at all. And at that time, I was in the treatment clinic, so it's and she said it in a really positive way. So it's kind of like, all right, you think I look good now, how do you think I'm going to look when I have to gain all this weight? Are you going to think I'm a fat little oinker? So hearing that was really hard, and it really gave me a lot of negative thoughts about recovery. So that's really the only, I would say that's the only harmful comment that I ever got. I'm sure people that saw me were thinking things, but that was the only thing that was said to me. So yeah, hearing that was really tough. Okay, so this next one is from March 22nd. And this one's pretty long, so I apologize in advance. Okay. There was never really a time when I was satisfied with my body. I always compared my body to other people, and seeing things on the media also influenced my dislike towards my body. Not being satisfied with my body ever. I think people who are satisfied with their body are because that they are satisfied with the body they are given, they take good care of their body, and are happy people. They don't mind any of the imperfections that they might have, or it's just something they don't really care about what their body looks like. So, I think this next part is, we were asked if anyone has ever tried to help you accept your body. So, it says, yes, people have helped me try to accept my body. For example, I tried on a dress at the store and my mom would tell me that I look very cute or good in it, but I would usually sometimes deny it or just blow her off. Another time is that I don't like wearing tank tops, but my mom and grandma would tell me to wear them because I look very nice. But I don't. I can't stand how my arms look, so I usually don't wear them. I don't like wearing shorts that are above the knee hardly ever. Tank tops I don't wear usually, and only if my mom can convince me to wear them. And I never have worn a bikini in my life. It always has to cover my stomach. And for the pants part, I usually wear volleyball short shorts. My body usually gets in the way of me wearing certain types of clothing. And then, okay, so that was the end of that. And then I think this next part, we were asked how you would help a younger person accept their body. So I wrote, I would help a younger person accept their body by telling them they need to embrace the body that God gave them and to take care of that body. And I would also point out their fun and quirky features that make them them and unique. I would also tell them to always take good care of themselves and to never let anyone else change the way they view themselves. Some steps that they can take to protect themselves from harmful cultural media hold on, I'm sorry, I'm not sure if this makes sense. Is that for me to just know what my body needs? Okay, yeah. Some steps that I can take to protect myself from harmful cultural media is that for me to just know what my body needs and ignore them and think that they are just being silly. So, sorry about that. Sometimes when I write, it doesn't make sense. So, yeah, that was, this one was tough to write because I felt such hatred towards my body and I felt like I was so gross and how could anyone even like me for what I look like? And you shouldn't base your likings towards someone based on what they look like. So, kind of getting this out on paper was kind of helpful actually. Okay, so this next one is from March 27th, and we were asked, why eat? I wrote, don't die, number one thing. Keep your body healthy and functioning properly. Stay in a good mood and prevent grumpiness. Exercise again. For me, that was running. That is something that I looked forward to in recovery, was being able to run again because I love running so much. And so that kind of that gave me something to work for and to get excited about. And then number 5, I wrote, do strenuous activities that I enjoy. Okay, so that would just be like the running, biking, swimming, outdoor activities. This is from Body Image, and it's actually not a writing prompt, but it's just a dorky little picture that I drew. That's something I would do a lot, is when they would talk, I would usually just grab a piece of paper and just start drawing something, because it's just kind of nice to just doodle and listen, I guess. Alright, so I'm about out of time, and I'll finish these last few in the next video.